Hi YouTube family, day 2 of my favorites for the end of the year, and I am bringing you face products today. Blushers, bronzers, highlighters, all those things are what I'm bringing you today, and I'm very excited to be doing so. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by clicking that red button below and hit the little bell icon next to it so that you can be notified of any future videos that I might be having, and come on in and be a part of this silly family that we have going. I love this family and I love all of you so much. You guys know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get into the face products. Let's start off with contouring. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I told you in my last video, is that I don't necessarily put in my videos a high-end and a drugstore thing in each category, because if I didn't have two things in that category, then I'm not going to bring you it. If it was my favorite from the drugstore, that's going to come to you. But if it was my favorite from high-end, that's what's going to come to you too, because I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. You know, sometimes we just have our favorites and those are what we go for. So this is what I'm bringing you today. Okay, I'm going to start off with contouring because that's what I do first on my face after I get my foundation on. So my contour palette is not going to be any surprise to any of you. This is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour in light medium. And as you can see, I've hit pan on the middle one here. It is my favorite one. It is the one that I contour with all the time, but you can use all of these to right down here for your bronzing if you want to too. And then it has this really great banana powder over here. I really like this palette. I have a couple other contour ones that I haven't really liked as much because they get a little bit onto the orange side, but this one is so affordable and it's just one that I know works, and so I'm reaching for it all of the time. It's really a great one. It also has this little highlighter powder over here. All these are so buttery and so blendable, and that's what I love about Makeup Revolution's products, is even though it is a drugstore price, it still feels like high end, and I love that about them. So first one is contour. The next one that we're going to go to is bronzer. And I put this in here again. This is the second time I've had it in here, and I know you're going to see this over and over again in everybody's favorites videos because it was all over the favorites videos last year. But it is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I'm telling you, I've used this a ton, and it's still got the ridges in there. I'm starting to wear it down in the middle, but it's still got the ridges on the outside. Smells like coconut, but that's not the real magic here. It is just that it is such a good bronzer, you guys. And I know it looks really light on my finger right there, but I have used it on my face today, and I have this one in the light because I get really light in the winter compared to the summer. So I have this one in the light. It just works so well. And when it says it's butter bronzer, it is buttery. It's very, very buttery, and it's just soft. It's diffused. There's no glitter, and yet it still seems to have a little bit of brightening effect. You know, it's gonna lighten up your face and brighten up your face. So I really do love this one. If you guys haven't tried this yet, the hype is real. Go out and try it. The other thing that I did have as a high-end bronzer this year is the Marc Jacobs. This one is the Tantastic Omega Bronzer. It's number 104. And I know you guys are going, but we can't get that anymore. But guess what? I just saw somewhere, and I can't remember, I think it was on Instagram, that he is going to be making this a part of his permanent line. This one was a little bit more expensive, you guys, and I got it towards the end of summer, but this one again smells like coconut, but that's not what I brought it for. I love how buttery and nice this one is too. This one, as you can see, is a lot darker than the other one was, but this just seems to be the perfect shade for me. I don't know why, but this one is perfect. Now, the other one that he has in the big pan like this, but it's the black pan, it is really orange on me. It turns really orange, and so I can't wear that one. But this one as a bronzer isn't too orange, but it isn't too like gray, like you want a contour to be more on the cool tone side. So this one is just perfect for me as well. Love that one. One product that I know is a pricey number, but I want to recommend it anyway. This is the Lancome Absolute Powder, and this one is in Absolute Golden. And it has more of not a really golden cast to it. It's almost like a pinkish golden cast, so more along the lines of almost a peach, but more on the pink side. A dusting of this across your whole entire face makes your face have this gorgeous, gorgeous, healthy glow about it. I wear this a lot more in summer than I do in the winter, but this is a powder that I've had for over a year, and I feel like I've barely made a dent in it. So even though it was a little bit pricier, it's absolutely worth it to me. There are a lot of colors that it does come in, but for some reason this one just works perfect. I do absolutely love the Absolute powder. It's just so good, you guys. Now I want to talk some blushes. This year I found Ciate London's new little blushes that they had out, and this one is in Matchmaker, and I fell in love with this. I wear this one almost every single day. It has a little tiny bit of a luminosity, and it has the baked properties like the Laura Geller blushes. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in love with the Laura Geller blushes, but for some reason this shade is just my perfect shade of blush. I am wearing it today, and I love the creaminess of this blush. I love how it's got just a little bit, goes a long way, but you can build it up if you need that intensity. I really have been loving this one. It's just been one of my favorites. But from the drugstore, I do have one that I love. This was in my favorites last year, I think. This is from Makeup Revolution, and this is just their matte powder blush. And this, again, is one of those ones that goes with any color eyeshadow you decide to do, anything you're doing on your face. It just goes with everything. And again, it can be built up, and it's just absolutely gorgeous and so buttery, you guys. So buttery. I would say that if you're looking for lasting power, the Ciate London lasts a lot longer than this one. But again, if you use a setting spray on top of any of these, you should be able to have them last all day with no problem. Another one that I want to recommend to you is the Too Faced Pink Leopard Blush Bronzer. This is really a neat bronzer. It's not a blush, it's not a bronzer, but it can be both. So if you swirl it in all of it, you get like this deeper toned blush color that works really good. But if you just kind of stick where the pink is, or if you just kind of stick where the tans are, you're gonna get that transition of color whatever you're wanting to do. So you can use it as a bronzer, or you can use it as a blush. And I have a tendency to kind of just go right there into that pink one right in the middle and use it as my blush in the summertime. I love this. But if you go really light-handed on it in the wintertime, you can use it as an all-over bronzer too. So this is one of my very favorites. Now on to highlights. This was the year of the highlight, wasn't it? We were glutted with highlights. Every single company came out with a new highlighter or 40, and then they came out with more. And this year, I have to say that my very favorite has been this ColourPop palette. I did a video not very long ago about all of my ColourPop palettes, and I did put this in there because, you guys, this formula, it's so soft, it's so creamy, and it wears like glass. And I'm not blowing smoke, you guys. This stuff just looks absolutely, it's over the moon gorgeous on your cheeks because there is absolutely no sparkle in it. It's not shimmering. It just looks like you've splashed water across your face, and you have this gorgeous, gorgeous beaming look. And I have it on as my highlighter today, and I couldn't be happier with it. This is, I think this is around $18 or $20. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm almost tempted to buy a backup because of how much I absolutely love this. The formula, the wear time, the way it looks, everything about it, I could not be happier. Now, if you're looking for highlighters that will absolutely blow your mind, that would have to be the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirls. I have one in Diamond Dust, which is supposed to be a limited edition, but I haven't seen it go away today. I haven't seen it go away yet. And then I also have it in a Peach Glow that I wanted to show you today. There is something so magical about these, and just a tiny, tiny bit goes a very, very long way because of the intensity of these. They're just amazing. There's the peach one right there. Look at that thing beam. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. But the Diamond Dust is the one I want to recommend the most to you guys. And again, I don't know if this is because of my coloring or what it is, but this has a holographic shift to it between peach and pink and ice. And I love this. If you guys haven't found this, if you haven't tried it yet, check it out. It is so pretty. It is one of those ones that again, if they're going to make it limited edition, I really want to buy a backup, but I'm afraid it's going to be like that Jaclyn Hill palette that they said is limited edition. Everybody runs out and gets it, and then they make it permanent anyway. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be permanent, but this one is definitely worth it. I love this so much. Okay, you guys, that's it for the face. I can't believe I'm getting through these so quickly, but I am. So that's it for the face products. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your blushers, your highlights, your bronzers, your contours, whatever you're liking right now and that you're loving. I would really love to hear from you about it. Or if you loved or hated any of these, I'd love to hear that from you too. Thank you so much for being such faithful, wonderful followers of mine. You guys make my year. You guys have made my year everything wonderful. And I just want to make sure I thank you for that. So that's it. You guys all take care. And I will see you guys very soon in my part 3 of my 2017 favorites. Bye, you guys.